Ladies and gentlemen, look at that face. Wow. That's just one of those wow, like what happened to you faces. This woman looked like they just chained her up to something and just drug her through a field and took a picture of her face to show the aftermath. What a horrible looking face. What a horrible looking woman right here. I want you guys to understand, I have no mercy on people who hurt babies and who hurt innocent people. That individual's name is Taylor Morton, who also goes by Taylor Parker. Taylor Morton-Parker is a 27-year-old Texas woman, so Texas takes yet another L. Y'all can hold y'all L's up for Texas. I'm sorry, but my state is not doing good right now. We lost Mo 3, and now we have an individual who did something out of Texas that just, it sounds like it came out of like a sci-fi flick or something. I don't know. She is a 27-year-old Texas woman and is accused of killing her 7-month pregnant Facebook friend, Reagan Hancock. I'm going to say that again. Her 7 months pregnant Facebook friend, because they said Facebook friend, so I'm assuming she might not have actually known this woman in real life. And I'm going to tell y'all, that's why being in this social age can be a scary thing when the majority of us are nowadays making our acquaintances with the digital world. Her 27-year-old she's 27 years old and she's accused of killing her 7-month pregnant Facebook friend, Reagan Hancock, which is that beautiful young lady with a very pretty smile that you see right there, at her New Boston home. Brace yourselves, because this is about to get nasty. She cut this woman's baby from her womb. Yes, y'all heard that right. KTAL reported, #not my words. Taylor Parker Morton of Sims, Texas, was arrested on October the 9th in Oklahoma. And y'all not going to put this on Oklahoma. I'm sorry, but y'all not going to put that on my original home state. She was only arrested in Oklahoma because I think she fled there. Now, she was arrested on October the 9th in Oklahoma, the same day that Hancock was found dead. And the baby did not survive. And I'm sure the baby didn't survive. Golly. Police say that Morton-Parker confessed to the crime, according to an account in the McCurtain County Gazette-News. Police say that she told them she committed the crime because she lied to her boyfriend about being pregnant and wanted to produce a baby. Tell me that does not sound like it came out of some freaking TV series or movie that you guys have watched. Oh, I wanted a baby so bad, so I went and cut it out of another live human. What? Like, what? I'm going to tell y'all, man. I'm going to tell y'all something. That gives me a lot of pause about the mentality. And I'm going to tell y'all, and I hope the ladies don't get mad. I know we got some responsible ladies, some awesome ladies in my chat. We got some awesome ladies out there. So let me say this, and I don't want y'all to get mad at me. But that's why I worry about the mentality of women in general, not all, when they continue to keep coming up with excuses for why women murder. Huh? Just hear me out for a moment. Postpartum depression and what was that, PTSD or whatever else it is they got going on. But they actually have these emotional excuses for why they commit murders and kill children. And that's why I also worry about the fact that the majority of our children are born outside of wedlock, because normally the man is not in those kids' lives, or not in that household at least. And you are only only being raised by that mother, and you are at the mercy of that woman who is quite emotional. You guys understand where I'm coming from? A lot of bad things can happen from that, and I've actually proven on my channel that a lot of bad things do end up coming from those situations, okay? Now, let's move on. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation told KTAL that Morton-Parker was arrested by Idabel police. I am familiar with Idabel. And the OSBI at McCurtain Memorial Hospital. Morton had been stopped by a Texas state trooper in DeKalb, authorities said. She told the trooper she had delivered the baby on the side of the road, and the trooper called an ambulance. Because naturally, I guess they just don't know, and they're just going to assume that what this woman said was true. So he went with it and did what he was supposed to do. Now, the ambulance took Morton to the hospital just over the Oklahoma border in Idabel, and a doctor determined that Morton, this crazy looking broad right here, did not give birth, of course, according to the OSBI and the news. The doctors were not able to resuscitate the baby, and that's the part that really sucks. That really sucks. Morton, who identified by police by her former married name, Taylor Parker, but went by Taylor Morton on social media, had posted on Facebook about being pregnant and has been accused by some online of faking her pregnancy before Hancock's murder. Goodness, I have so much to say about that. And I want y'all to remember that she supposedly did all of this to either try to trap a man, keep a man, or deceive a man. Hashtag babies for benefits. That applies here. Here's one thing you need to know. First thing, on her Facebook page, Morton described herself as a wildflower. Wild, free, and wicked with a glow that was never meant to be tamed. Her Facebook page also said that her professional skills include being a medical assistant, working in office administration, and knowledge of phlebotomy. Morton appeared to have a job at RPM Staffing, according to several posts she shared on Facebook. On August the 14th, she wrote, "Are any of my friends local business owners? I'm currently looking to expand my client reach from Titus County up to a 50-mile radius. Looking for businesses in the Hopkins, Camp, Morris, Bowie County areas who may need temporary employees, full-time or part-time, or help placing employees who may have been furloughed due to COVID-19 pandemic. We are open to boutiques, ranchers and farmers, manufacturing, industrial, food services, etc., you name it. We offer a variety. I don't even know why I even read all of that. Anyway, as was reported in the McCurtain County Gazette News, Morton is also the mother of 2 children. Aha. So let's rewind. Let's take a rewind. Let's look at this again. This crazy, dusty, crusty idiot is a mother of 2 children. I'm going to tell you guys something that you might not be able to deduce based on what I've read to help you get to this conclusion. The boyfriend or the man that she was supposedly pregnant by now is not the father of those other 2 kids. You want to know how I know that? Because why would she go this freaking far? I mean, she was already off as it is to go that far to kill a woman and try to steal that woman's baby. But nonetheless, you already had 2 kids. So why would you need to try to force a third into your relationship, into your situation, and her sick little twisted little pea brain? Because I don't think that dude was the father of those other 2 kids, meaning he probably wasn't going to stick around for those other 2 kids. And she wanted to have another kid in order to try to force that man to stay where he's at. That's where I draw that conclusion from. All right? Now, let me skip a little bit of this. Matter of fact, let me not skip this. Morton was previously married and divorced twice. She had a child with one of her 2 ex-husbands and a child with another man who was not involved in the child's life, according to social media posts from her friends. Morton has also gone by the name of Taylor Wakasey. Damn. Okay, here's point number 2. Morton's boyfriend, Wade Griffin, who worked at Circle G Farms and Wild Hog Buying Facility, according to a Facebook post. On a Facebook page that now appears to have been deleted or made private, Circle G Farms was listed as an agricultural cooperative that buys wild hogs for meat and for a meat processing plant. One of her most recent Facebook posts on September the 20th features several photos of 2 trucks towing bays of hail. On the post, Connie Griffin had written, "Oh wow, the tale of 2 Griffins. You got them both on the job. Glad to see them working together. Thanks for sharing the pics and the load boys." Morton had replied, "Connie Griffin, haha, that's me and Wade hauling. Those comments have been deleted." On January the 20th of this year, the couple and the farm were featured in the article in the Texarkana Gazette about feral hogs. Why am I reading all of this? Let's skip that. That's too much minutia. I don't think that's even important. Let's talk about she had been accused of faking her pregnancy before. How about that? Y'all want to hear about that? In one Facebook thread, which has since been deleted, Griffin and Morton and a third person commented on people not believing in Morton's pregnancy. So here's that exchange. Griffin said, "I'm glad you're willing to make something for us, name redacted. Everyone else thinks we are faking the whole damn pregnancy," with smiling emojis, with the little one that's not even here yet. "Some people I called once friends are going to look so stupid in the weeks to come," with a smiley face. Morton wrote, "Wade Griffin, name redacted, couldn't have said it any better than that." Name redacted said, "Wade Griffin, all you can do is pray for stupidity, but you are so right." Ha. To answer your question, you asked, is the mom okay? No, this woman died. She's dead. It would have been surprising if she would have survived that. But it was just too much trauma. It was just too much. Her body could not handle that. Now, Morton often wrote about pregnancy, according to private posts captured by True Crime Society. In one of the posts from July the 9th, Morton posted a photo of an ultrasound. Let me see if I can go back to that photo. Let me see if I could show y'all that real quick. Right here. Uh-oh, not that one. Where's it at? Let me go back to that ultrasound picture right here. Morton posted a photo of an ultrasound and a close-up of a baby's face from an ultrasound. She also included a message that read, "Our sweet girl is measuring 2 pounds and 2 ounces today. She is definitely handling everything like a champ. Her measurements came back good. Heartbeat running slower than her normal since they have to put mama on a heart pill. We are scheduled for our full 3D ultrasound July 30th, and after seeing this sweet face today, I cannot wait. Heart face, Clancy Gale. She's tiny but fierce." Actually, I think I could show y'all that screenshot of that too. Let me see if I can show that right here. Right there, so y'all can see. Oh, actually, that's from Reagan. That's from the mom that died. That was her post. So I don't know if I have this other woman's Facebook post because I think she already deleted it. But nonetheless, in another post featured on True Crime Society, Morton posted about a health scare. Yes, ma'am. Give me 2 IV doses of blood thinner. She wrote in a response to someone asking if doctors could fix whatever was wrong. Go back tomorrow for a second scan to see if what's left of the clot is breaking up. I don't know what that stands for. Something health nurse is going to monitor me. They have a typo in there. I'm good. Our Clancy Gale is holding out strong too. We'll see the OB every day the next week or 2 with the blood thinners. Here's the part that gets a little creepy. Hancock and Morton were Facebook friends, okay? Now, the victim, Hancock, had been very public about her pregnancy, posting photos of her ultrasound on Facebook on March the 31st. On August the 16th, Hancock wrote a Facebook post which she announced that a baby girl named Braxlyn Sage would be born around November the 10th, which would have been yesterday, because today is February the 11th. Now, according to McCurtain County Gazette News, Morton told law enforcement that she only knew the deceased pregnant woman by her first name and thought they were the same age. Hancock's parents, Marcus and Jess Brooks, wrote on Facebook, "God, please save us from this hurt we have." In a different post, they informed people that they were holding a service to celebrate our daughter. "We are welcoming friends and family to our house today to celebrate Reagan Hancock, who was the mother that died, life. We will be here all day. If you need the address, please PM us and I'll send it to you." Now, Hancock's mother wrote on Facebook that she was one of the people who found her daughter dead in a New Boston home. Now, I'm going to skip that part of the post. Morton was discharged from the hospital and booked into jail. Morton was discharged from the Oklahoma hospital and booked into a local jail. She faces kidnapping charges and homicide charges in Oklahoma and could be arraigned by Tuesday, October the 13th, which was last month, obviously, about 29 days ago. The McCurtain Gazette News reported that the female suspect, now known to be Morton, killed Hancock. Brace yourselves. She killed that woman by beating and stabbing her. By beating and stabbing her to death before cutting the baby from Hancock's womb. I know that's a little bit difficult to digest, but nothing is worse than what this woman and her unborn baby had to go through. All we have to do is just listen to her story, because I think her story is important. That is a messed up, jacked up way to go. The McCurtain Gazette News reported that Morton fled to Oklahoma, where the baby was pronounced dead. Hancock was stopped by a Texas state trooper for speeding near DeKalb at 10 a.m. on Friday, the paper reported. She told the trooper that she had just given birth and her newborn baby, which was in the car, was not breathing. The trooper tried to perform CPR but could not revive the baby and called for an ambulance. Morton was then taken to the McCurtain Hospital, where a doctor knew very quickly that she did not give birth. When reports came in at 1 p.m. that a woman was murdered and her baby was taken, police returned to the hospital and arrested that crazy broad. That one. The paper reported that Morton confessed in custody to the murder and kidnapping, telling officers that she and her boyfriend that she was pregnant in February and that they even had a gender reveal party. Boy, some people just don't need the breath in their bodies. But let me give you guys the fair usage and let me give y'all the fair usage and let y'all hear the news stories. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Oh yeah, and guys, don't forget, if y'all would help us, click that thumbs up. Always got to remind you guys. But don't get offended. Just make sure you guys click that thumbs up. It'll help us out quite a bit, okay? Here's the news story, so let's get it.
Tonight, new information on the heartbreaking murder of a pregnant woman and her unborn child. This woman, Taylor Parker, is now being held on $5 million bond in Texarkana. She was officially charged today in Texas with both murders. And now we have a document that outlines what officers believe happened to Reagan Simmons and Reagan's unborn child. KSLA News 12's Chandler Watkins is here with what that document says. Chandler.
That's right, Doug. The details are really disturbing in the case, and we want to warn you at home, you may find them unsettling. This is video of the suspect, Taylor Parker, being transferred from a jail in Idabel, Oklahoma to Texarkana. Police believe Parker killed Reagan Simmons in New Boston when she forcibly removed her unborn child. Parker had apparently convinced her boyfriend she was pregnant. According to the affidavit, she was stopped by a Texas state trooper in DeKalb, Texas, and tried to pass off the baby as hers. These words are from the probable cause affidavit. Quote, Trooper Shavers told me Parker was performing CPR on the infant, and LifeNet EMS came to the scene and transported Parker and the infant to a hospital in Idabel, Oklahoma. It goes on to say she was in a physical altercation with Reagan Simmons and abducted the unborn child. Parker admitted to leaving the residence of the assault after the abduction of the child. Reagan was 8 months pregnant at the time of the attack. Earlier this week, her family spoke with KSLA and told us the unborn baby girl already had a name, Braxlyn Sage, and would have been Reagan's second daughter. But police believe Parker had plans of her own for the child. They talked to Parker's boyfriend, and according to the affidavit, quote, Parker's boyfriend informed me that Parker told him and others she was pregnant. She told me Parker was supposed to go to the hospital in Idabel and pre-register for labor to be induced for the birth of their child. He told me they had a gender reveal party in celebration of the upcoming birth of their child. The officer says, I interviewed Parker and she told me she was not pregnant and admitted to being in a physical assault with Reagan Michelle Simmons. The affidavit goes into detail about what police found when they got to Reagan's home. We've posted the affidavit in an updated story on KSLA.com and our mobile app.
In my humble opinion, I believe that this woman, in her sick, twisted mind, tried to steal this beautiful young woman's baby because she couldn't keep, not this woman, but the crazy one. Let me see if I can get back on the crazy one real quick. Because this crazy one couldn't keep a man. She lost 2 husbands and then had a baby outside of those 2 husbands, which is where she ended up getting 2 kids, 3 men. Now she's on her 4th man and was trying to force a baby on this other man and stole it from a woman who had her whole life ahead of her. And I just think that's jacked up. And I'm going to tell you guys something that my dad told me, and shout out to my father, and I love my father, and I'm glad I have a father. But I'm also glad that I'm a man and I can at least withstand some things. I can defend myself in a manner which, you know, women and men are just a little different, okay? We have some different capabilities. But nonetheless, my dad always told me that you shouldn't post your whole life on social media. You shouldn't be doing all that posting and posting this and posting that. Where you at, what you doing, what you're thinking, and all of that stuff. It could truly, truly come back to bite you in a way because we have some sick, sadistic people in our world. And we really need to be on guard about our children, about ourselves, about our life, and even about our family. Let's stop thinking about just ourselves. We could affect more of our family, and the things that we do could actually come out against our loved ones. And we have to be way more careful about, using this social media. And it sucks because it seems like it's fun. It seems innocent. You want to be able to connect with people and share your world like your Mary J. Blige with your family and stuff like that. But you really can't. This woman had every right to be able to share her love and her happiness with her family and her friends. And she didn't know that she had a creeper. She had a creepy individual that was stalking her. Probably the only reason that woman became Facebook friends with her was to do something this heinous. That's really messed up and it's really gruesome. And I sincerely hope that they just go ahead to that Taylor Parker Morton chick or whatever her name is. They need to just go ahead and put that woman out of her misery. And she doesn't need to be breathing anymore. Matter of fact, if they have any experimental space shuttles that they can launch her on, then I think they might need to do that and consider that crazy broad Taylor Morton-Parker, whatever her damn name is, Y. Casey or whatever her name is, she don't know who she is, and she doesn't, like I said, she doesn't deserve to be in our society, not out, not now, not ever, and never deserves to see her kids again. To that woman that lost her life, to her and her husband, you know, my condolences to the family, to that poor innocent soul that never even got a chance. R.I.P. to that baby, and R.I.P. to that beautiful young woman. I'm DJ Just Jay. We represent the AFC where we advocate for children first. We're going to continue to keep standing our ground and speaking our voice. If we see something, we're going to say something. Please make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to our channel and support what we do. All the links are in the description box. Get rid of her. Throw off the Empire State Bridge. I don't care what you do. Get rid of her. She's got to go. See y'all on the next stream. Peace.